Pharaoh, the mighty ruler of Egypt, sat upon his golden throne. He exuded power and authority. A hush fell over the court as Moses and Aaron entered. They were two men on a mission from God. Their message was simple but profound.
Let my people go.
Let my people go.
Their voices echoed in the vast hall. Pharaoh scoffed. He would not be commanded by a supposed deity. He, Pharaoh, was the ultimate power in Egypt.
Who is this God that I should obey his voice and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and moreover, I will not let Israel go.
And with that, he dismissed Moses and Aaron. Their first encounter was a clash of wills, a confrontation between earthly might and divine command. Pharaoh had chosen his path, a path of defiance that would lead to suffering and despair. Little did Pharaoh know his refusal was a grave mistake. He had challenged the God of Israel, and the consequences would be dire. The plagues were coming, each one a testament to the power of God and a punishment for Pharaoh's hardened heart. The Nile, lifeblood of Egypt, turned to blood. Fish died, the air reeked. Egyptians recoiled in horror. Still, Pharaoh's heart remained hardened. He refused to relent. Next came the frogs. They swarmed from the Nile, covering every surface. Their croaking filled the air, a symphony of chaos.
If the frogs are removed, I will relent.
But once the plague subsided, he broke his word. Gnats and flies descended upon Egypt in a buzzing, biting cloud. The land reeked of decay as livestock died, struck down by pestilence. Boils erupted on the skin of the Egyptians, fiery and painful. Hail, a storm of unprecedented fury, ravaged the land. Locusts, a living blanket of hunger, devoured every green thing. Darkness, thick and suffocating, enveloped the land. Each plague was a blow against Pharaoh's pride, a demonstration of God's awesome power. Through it all, Pharaoh remained obstinate. He witnessed the suffering of his people, the devastation of his land, yet he clung to his pride, refusing to acknowledge the power of the God of Israel. After each plague, he wavered, tempted to relent. He would plead with Moses to intercede with God, promising to free the Israelites.
Please, Moses, stop the plagues. I will let your people go.
But as soon as the plague lifted, Pharaoh's resolve would crumble. He would harden his heart once more, refusing to let the Israelites go. His stubbornness was a testament to the seductive nature of power, the intoxicating allure of control. Pharaoh, blinded by his own authority, refused to see the truth.
Let my people go.
And so the cycle of defiance and suffering continued. A people divided, the plagues and the distinction of the Israelites. While Egypt suffered, the Israelites remained untouched by the plagues. They lived in Goshen, a land apart, protected by the hand of God. This distinction was a clear sign of God's favor, a testament to his covenant with his chosen people. The Egyptians, witnessing this divine protection, began to question their own gods. Their faith wavered as they saw the powerlessness of their deities against the might of the God of Israel. The plagues were not merely punishments, they were a cosmic drama, a display of divine power that drew a line between the Israelites and the Egyptians. The darkness deepens, Pharaoh's final refusal. The final plague, the 10th and most terrible, was yet to come. Pharaoh, consumed by pride and blinded by his own power, had made his choice.
I will defy God to the very end.
The stage was set for a final confrontation, a climax that would determine the fate of Egypt and the destiny of the Israelites. The darkness that had fallen upon Egypt was not just physical, it was a darkness of the soul. Pharaoh, by his refusal to repent, had plunged his people into an abyss of despair. The air was thick with dread, anticipation of the coming horror. The 10th plague, a plague of death, loomed large, a shadow cast over the land.